Good morning, everybody. This is Diggs. It's another beautiful day out here in the Pacific Northwest, and today we're going to be going over all of the different tiers of the Lucky Pot. We're going to be talking about what qualifies as what amount of points. We do have a quick reference list for you at the beginning of this video. We're also going to talk about how you can get some badges and how most of you are probably using the Lucky Pot in the wrong way. So let's go ahead and dig in. So first off, we want to make sure and talk about badges, and that's going to be the wooden, the silver, the golden, the amethyst, all of these badges here over on the right side. You can see I'm mousing over them right now. This is the wooden one. It's worth 1 point, silver's worth 2, gold's worth 5, and so on and so forth. And the entire Lucky Pot system is actually based off of a point system, if you didn't know, and each tier of points does have a certain amount of rewards with it. So you have a 5-point tier, a 6 to 9-point tier, a 10 to 19 tier, a 20 to 29 tier, 30 to 39 tier, and a 40+ point tier. Now, all of these items in this sheet right here are the quick reference. So if you're wondering what costs a certain amount of points, you can reference this first page. It will be in the PDF that I supply down below in the description. Shout out to Thin Bear. This was Thin Bear's quick reference list, if you guys are familiar with him in my Discord. Some of these items can't be used yet as ingredients. So for example, we can't use dyes currently, but most of these items can be used. If you also didn't know, you can get some free wooden badges from watering planters, knocking trees, vases and boxes. You can get up to 30 fountains. You can get up to 10 badges. After watching this video, it may be possible that you do actually want to farm those in your daily routine so that you can get a couple more silver so that you can get higher tier badges, because you're going to find through this video that higher tier badges are actually really important. And those of you who are just spamming all of your wooden or spamming all of your silver are wasting a lot of tickets and a lot of items. Another quick trick here, just because we are talking about the genie, if you didn't know, if you do summon the genie when the pot is simmering, you do get plus 300 tickets, and it does help to roll on higher point-based items to summon him. So if I were to roll in the 40+ point category, it would actually increase his chance of appearing. Now let's go through all of the tier lists of all the different tiers here. Let's talk about the drops, and let's talk about why you want to do things a certain way. So the first tier list is going to be points 1 through 5, and this would be the list that you're accompanied with if you would just spam all of your wooden badges. You should never do this because tier 2 is much better, and you are going to have the materials to do tier 2. Tier 1, you'll notice, only has 1 silver right here. If you go to tier 2, you'll notice that it does have actually 2 silvers here. So you almost literally double your chances for a silver. You also only have to use an hourglass here. So you don't even have to use that many materials. You just have to use 4 wooden and an hourglass, and you're going to easily be able to jump yourself into tier 2. Tier 2 is going to have beans here. It's going to have different soul stones. The only time I would literally do tier 1 is if I wanted to farm this boss material right here, or if I wanted to farm wheat because I was, getting unlucky on the lucky merchant. But you should always be using your wooden badges on tier 2 because you get more silver badges, which are going to be used to upgrade your other gear. So in order to get the higher tier badges, you do use a recipe involving golden badges and silver badges. So if you have just been spamming your silver badges, right, just like you've been spamming your wooden badges, you are losing out potentially on tickets. The other great thing about tier 5 through 9 is you are going to get materials that are really good and can only be gotten through the merchant. So these orange mushrooms, for example, are collectibles that can only be gotten through the merchant. Same with these mushrooms. So you're going to help kind of push your way into clearing out those collectibles. Tier 3 actually uses no metals, and this is probably the tier most people are familiar with. This is the tier where you either use 5 hourglasses or you can use 5 field boss materials, and this is going to populate an entire list. There was a little bit of discussion in my Discord about if the drop rates or the recipes or the point values were different than the Taiwanese or Korean server. It's actually not true. What's different is on the global side, we actually have mount dyes added to the pool. So if you're going and you're looking at the different kind of Korean resources or Taiwanese resources, you're going to notice that we just have a larger pool of items because we have the mount dies in here. This is, of course, going to give you access to golden badges, which you will be wanting to use here in the next tier, which is the tier 20 to 29. Now, the tier 20 to 29 is actually a little bit difficult to pull off. And pretty much all of the tiers from here are going to be best farmable with badges. And most of you probably only see this tier if you're either potentially spamming gold badges, right? Because we get a lot of gold badges, or if you're spamming one of the other types of badges as well. You get this tier by doing 3 gold and 2 silver. Now, this is the recipe you're going to want to follow because this optimizes the amount of tickets that you're going to get. It's going to also give you access to the next tier, I believe. Nope, it's going to give you just the next tier of items here. It is. It is going to give you the blue badge right here. So this is how you're going to want to farm blue badges, which will be important for the following tier. This also gives you tier 3 of these guys, of the little beans. Also, these materials right here, the weapon enhancement materials, these are going to kind of build up in your inventory to a point where you may actually be using the weapon enhancement materials in some capacity or synthesizing in the future. So you may want to hold on to those if you have extra or consider using them. Because if we go back up to the point system here, you will see that these are actually considered 5-point items. So if you're getting a lot of these, if you have a lot of excess of them, you can see here, Thin Bear on the Taiwanese server right here has 712 of these. So he has a ton of these. So you will actually probably be using these for resources eventually later down the road. Tier 4, we just went over. Tier 5 is for 30 to 39 points. A lot of people probably overshoot this tier. And this is how you get access to amethyst badges. You can also get amethyst badges by buying amethyst badges at the Wandering Merchant, and I would recommend buying them whenever you see them. I think they're going to be a really good value, particularly if you want to chase some of the top tier items and top tier materials that you can get. You can also use amethyst badges to get a large amount of tickets. So in order to get to tier 5, you do use 2 gold and 3 blue here. And you can see you can get a variety of really good materials. This is, all of the elemental armors are going to have pretty good chances. This is where pages are added. So you actually have a chance for pages. But again, you really want these amethysts because you're going to want to get into tier 6, which has all the good goodies. And in order to pop tier 6, you do need 3 amethysts and 2 gold. So gold is, of course, going to be kind of the heartbeat of the materials that you need. But you can see we have costumes here. We have Tetris blocks here. We have costumes for all of the characters pretty much. We have head items. So we have like the blacksmith's goggles, which my character got from here. The chicken head, if you've seen that around. There's just a ton of things. You even get gummies from doing this. So lots of things to kind of think about and do as you are going through the Lucky Pot. I hope this helps a lot of you guys. Please check out the PDF that's going to be attached in the description. I might actually make it an Imgur just to make it easier. We'll see. But please use it. Please share it in your Discords. It will also always be in my Discord as well. And I hope this helps you guys. So please drop a follow, a like, a subscribe. I am trying to become a pretty relevant No Kuni content creator, so I would really appreciate all the support you guys can give me. I'll catch you guys next time.